Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
On 1st and 10, Daniels.
Well, he's going to take a shot. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. He's going to fire one, and this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Be careful.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Ready?
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Love. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, high 7. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You. Yep. Mike 27.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Look at me. Zipper.
Second and 6. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing after the interception. Daniels, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mike, check, 59. Check. Hey, check 43.
Second and 14. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now.
Mark 56. Mark 56. Hey, watch the leg. Check nickel.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Johnson was the intended receiver. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time?
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Daniels eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 54. Yo, go.
They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Johnson, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off-play action. Daniels. Benjamin's got it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, tank. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step up. Shit. Take off.
From the gun, Daniels. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 27.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the carry, it's Love. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
65.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. And this will be caught at the 30. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Pilot, 64, weak. Please grip.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218. Chop it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Watch the block. Motion. Block. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Let's go now.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Love. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 27, Mike 29.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
Now they try the right side here. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, Haywood.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it.
Shoot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Come on,
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get that ball. Mike 27, Mike 27. Go. Go.
Now back to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. Jennings was the one he was looking for. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Daniels pass. It's a gain of 16 yards. But it brings up third down.
On the set. 56 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Go. You got no control. You got no shooter right there. Chance.
On third down, Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, come on now. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go one more.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 4th down, Daniels. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And the Raiders have got him. Jannard Avery in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Hey. 5.
They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Check Mike 27. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down.
Hey, high 7.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 27. Mike 27.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But it's brought in by Washington. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
80 weapons.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check safety. Check safety.
Hey, Zoo. Go.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Smooth.
Check. Crunch.
61. Matchbox lights. Hey, box drop. Now. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Johnson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go. Check 37. Check 37. Try. 56.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Let's go, son.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well,
This is caught inside the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Cut.
5.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.